So I'm just going to do a few problems as practice so you guys have an idea of what you're expected to do on the assignment that's due. You guys only are doing the evens for your homework, and I'm going to do some of the odds right now. So let's look at number 1. So again, I need you to show work for this stuff or you guys aren't going to get full credit. So we have 9a plus 12a squared minus 5a. So, we're starting off with some algebra. As you guys have seen, we've used algebra in geometry, just solving equations, simplifying terms, combining like terms. Hopefully it's like a good review for some of you, and I just want to make sure we're good to go on the standard things so that we can go into more the rest of our geometry unit. So we're talking about combining like terms, we're talking about variables, we're talking about solving an expression by substituting. So that was all the notes you took. So let's look at number 1. Remember, they all have the same letter, but since there's a squared exponent, these all can't be combined. The only two that can be combined are the ones with just an a. So we have 9a, and careful, minus 5a. And you can put them next to each other first to help you set it up. You don't have to. Some you can just do in your head. 9a's minus 5a's is 4a's plus 12a squared. We cannot simplify this anymore. So for number 1, it would be choice D. Okay? So work just like this is like fine for me. All right, so number 2 you're doing for homework. So number 2 is multiplying. So look back at your multiplication notes on the top or what you took on the other day. But let's try number 3. So 3 is 5a plus 7b times b divided by b plus 2b. All right, so here, if there's anything that's ever outside of a set of parentheses, you need to distribute it inside, and distribution is what operation? Multiplication. So if we multiply that b, we're going to get 5ab plus 7, and then we have 7b times b. So b times b is not 2b, it's b squared. Divided by, nothing really happens to that denominator, b plus 2b. Okay. And then we are going to simplify. So what, b plus 2b can also be turned into how many b's at the bottom? So 3b. So that's like simply combining like terms. Okay, what do they all have in common? So let's see if we can get rid of something. So do they all have a number that they have in common? 5, 7, and 3. No, those are actually all prime numbers, so they can't be simplified. Do they all have an A? Nope, only the 5A has an A. And do they all have a B? Yeah, so they all have one B at least, so I can cross out that B. I can get rid of this exponent and just be left with 1b, and I can get rid of this b. So I'm left with 5a plus 7b over 3. And that would be choice D. I cannot simplify this anymore. I can't combine any like terms. Again, I'm just simplifying the expression. Okay, number 4 is multiplication. You can multiply things that aren't like terms, so that was in your notes that you should take in notes on. Number 5, we're starting to substitute into an expression. So number 5 is when x is 3, what is this equal to? So we have 2x squared minus 5x. I think it says plus 3. Yep. And then it's when x equals 3. So when you substitute, you're plugging in. You're taking this 3 and you're putting it wherever you see an x. So I'm going to put it, and I'll write in a different one. So I'm going to put this in here. So I have 2 times 3 squared minus 5 times x, which is 5 times 3, and then plus 3. So the green is where I've substituted in this 3 value. And let's simplify. So we have 3 squared is 9, times 2 is 18, minus 15 plus 3. 18 minus 15 is 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. So for number 5, that would be choice C. So 6 is similar. That's what you guys are doing. You're plugging in -2 into this and see what you get. Again, show me the work. It shouldn't be a lot of work, but you need to show me something. I don't want to see just letters. You're not going to get full credit, and you're just going to bring your average down. Number 7, same thing. You're plugging in -2 for where you see x, and careful, there's x's and y's. They're only telling you x is -2, but you're not doing that one. So for number 8, they're only telling you p is 6. So you shouldn't be getting, if only p is 6 and you have an r in here, should you be getting a number as your answer? Hopefully you said no, because you should have the r still there. You're not plugging anything for r, so r should still be in your answer. So we can actually get rid of choice A for that one. You guys are doing evens. Number 10. So I can do number 10 for those still listening to me. And this is one that you're doing because you're doing evens. So when C is 1 and D is 4, what do we get when we have this? So CD squared, and then let's say C plus D. So you're just plugging in. So C is 1. So wherever you see a C, you're going to put a 1 times 4, and you're going to square that whole thing, divided by 1 plus 4. So 1 times 4 is 4. 4 squared is 16, divided by 5. So that would be choice A for number 10. And this is good work to show me for that one. What else? 12, same thing. When A equals 1, B equals -1. Simplify that. Plug it in. For number 14, if 7A plus 20B equals 28 minus B, what is the value of A in terms of B? So something in terms of something else means that we want A to equal something. We want, for number 14, we're asking ourselves, A equals what in terms of B? So basically we want B in our answer, only B. So we're solving for A for this one. So for number 14, so I have 7A, so I'm going to do it on a different sheet here. I have 7A plus 20B equals 28 minus B. Okay, so we're solving for A. We want A in terms of B. So I'm going to try to isolate A. So let's do the inverse operations. So I'm going to subtract 20B from both sides. So I have 7A equals, now I have 28 minus B minus 20B. We can combine these, right? They both have a B, so this is technically like a minus 1B. A -1 minus 20 is going to be a -21B equals 7A. And then how do I get A by itself? This operation, when they're connected, is multiplication, so the opposite is division. So you're dividing that whole thing by 7, so you get A equals, and 7 actually goes nicely into both these numbers, right? 28 divided by 7 gives us 4 minus, and then 21 divided by 7 is 3, and you're left with that B. So the answer for 14, this was number 14, and this is the work you should show me, is 4 minus 3B, which is choice A. Okay, so when it says in terms of B, what is the value of A? You're solving for A. You're isolating A. So for number 16, if FG plus 2F minus G equals 2 minus parentheses F plus G, what is the value of G in terms of F? So again, you're isolating, what is the value of G? For number 16, you're isolating or getting G by itself. You're solving for G. So see if you can move those terms around. Be careful with the operations, and that is your homework. Okay? And again, report cards go out soon for quarter 3, and these do count. So please keep doing your work, being successful.